Hey, it's Dizzy. So I'm going to do a wet set today with sponge rollers on my short hair, which I've done before. But what I wanted to do is show you guys a little bit about the haircut that I have right now. It's very short. It is a uniform layered haircut. It's between 3 and 4 inches all over my head. And the reason I wanted to talk to you about this today is because a lot of us have seen these diagrams, the baby, the midi, the shingle plus, especially if you have this fabulous book, The 1940s Hairstyles by Daniela Toradish, which I'll link to below. And I've used this book a million times on this channel, but it's a great reference. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about is we see these haircuts and they kind of are misleading. They make it look like you're gonna have a lot more hair on your head than you do. So I wanted to show you guys what 3, 4, 5 inch layers look like on actual hair so that you can decide if that's too short for you or if that's okay. So starting with these haircuts are always separated out. So the crown is different than the sides. So let's just do that. Let's separate the crown of my hair. There's the crown of my hair. And let's hold this up and measure it. I've got measuring on my little comb here. So I'm just gonna take a chunk of hair, just like if I was gonna cut one of these haircuts. And there's the top of my hair. So that hair held straight up off my head is, let's see, there's the end, there's my hair. So that says it is 4.5 inches long, and the midi, the baby, the shingle, all these haircuts are supposed to be 4.5 inches long through the crown of your head. That's pretty short, guys. Okay, next section of hair. This section, which is like, used to be my thick Betty bangs that I'm growing out. So they're a little off, but they're about 4 inches. And then they want you to comb this hair down and measure it for the front fringe. And like I said, remember, these are coming off of very short Betty bangs. So they're a little shorter than I really want them right now. It's actually part of why I cut the rest of my hair so short, is I wanted to blend in those Betty bangs and grow everything else out. So let's see. So the Betty bang front parts of my hair are shorter than standard. They're at about not quite 4 inches. Not quite 4 inches brings you to here. And that is the front of all the midi. That's the top to the diagram of midi haircuts. So let's look at the sides of my hair. So the sides of my hair, this panel right here is 3 inches. So this is the length of the baby haircut. And the way these haircuts are cut is the next section is taken and just held straight out. And measure that. Let's try that again, because I had the teeth going the wrong way. Let's see, top of the comb. 1, 2, 3, there's the end. 4 inches. That is 4 inches of hair, and as you can see, it barely covers my ear. And then this section is also, I hope, if they did it right, because it's uniform layers, 4 inches. And now that I've combed it straight, can you see kind of what we got? We got kind of a mullet shag. Not that there's anything wrong with a mullet, I bet. That's kind of what's going on. This side is the same story. 4 inches. 4 inches and then 3 inches there. Back of the head. So I'm gonna hold this up. 4.5 inches, because that's the top. And then this back is done the same way. Back of my hair is about 3.5 inches. This very, very, very bottom length of hair. So the center here is about 2 inches, and about 2 inches on the side, which is a little bit shorter than the baby. And actually, if you look, let's say I get it all pieced out and flippy. Look, it's like Meg Ryan, Lisa Rinna, that girl from Twilight. So that is what hair that short looks like. Now, keep in mind the baby haircut, I mean the midi haircut, the most popular haircut from that period is only 3 3/4 inches at the bottom. So my hair is 2 inches long at the bottom. It'd only be about that much longer. It would hit right at the collar. And if I wanted a midi, it's only 3 inches at the bottom. It's only about right there. So these are short haircuts. So if you want the true baby or the true midi, it's a short haircut. And that's why a lot of people opt for the midi plus, the long length femme fatale, some of the combination haircuts. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick idea of what it looks like when your hair is this short. Now, I'm gonna go through and spritz this with just water. And I'm gonna do a quick set today to show you guys how you can get these cuts to look. So I'm going to part to the side, fairly deep, and I'm going to take my handy dandy sponge rollers. I'm going to section off a piece of hair. I will say this, when your hair is this short, it gets harder to wrap in rollers. I usually use Velcro rollers for this, but I figured I would try to go a little bit more authentic. And I also have done pen curls with it, and it works really well. But I used to love my sponge rollers, and I wanted to see basically if I could still use them. So. But it is easier when my hair is longer, and my hair is not texturized. I have naturally wavy hair, and if I go through, and it's fine, and if I go through and do thinning shears or other texturizing methods, my hair will look very thin and sad and not cute. So I don't have it texturized. That is good in some ways because it's slightly easier to roll it, because it's to pen curl it at least, because it's all the same length. But at the same time, there's disadvantages to that too, because it can look a little heavy. So. And the rollers I'm using are pretty small. Okay. As cute as the Betty Bangs were, I'm really regretting having cut them because, like, look at these side little baby hair bits. They're really short, where it was kind of scooped up into the U. But, you know, you do what you can. It's hair, it grows back. And that's part of why I cut my hair so short as well, as we're getting into the warmer months. So I figured I would do a shorter haircut now and then let it grow all summer, so I have longer, more standard, like, baby to midi hair later. I just realized this is chatty, so I'm gonna shut up and roll. Okay, so I have wrapped my whole head. I just curled everything under, did everything y'all saw from the part. Everything's forward on the sides. This is the back. You do the best you can with the super short stuff. And there we go. I'm gonna let this dry and then I'll show you guys what it looks like all brushed out. Look at my hands. You see that slightly like purpley cast? That is a lesson for all of you out there. If you dye your hair like crazy bright colors like peacock blue and green and purple, oh, excuse me, I'm sneezing. And then you do a wet set after, you might have purple hands. Yeah. All right, so I'll be back when this is dry and we'll see what happens. See you guys soon. Hey everybody, we're back and I'm gonna take these rollers out and see what we got. Okay, we got some curly hair. I'm gonna run my hands through it. Just to break things up. Oh, hey, my cat's here. Do you guys want to say hi? Percy! Say hi to the people. Percy! Isn't he cute? That's Percival. So I'm gonna take a Denman styling brush and start brushing through these curls. Okay, now I'm gonna take this kind of fluffier, like bristly brush. Okay. And I just keep playing with it until I start getting things that I kind of like. And once you do kind of start seeing things you like, I like to check the back, see what that's doing. See how the back's falling pretty nicely into place. I'm just going to take a little bit of pomade. This is my Beyond the Zone Retro Vinyl Pomade. Same one I always use. Get a little bit of that on my hand. And there we go. So that's kind of the look you get when your hair is really short and you do these styles. I'm gonna put a flower in, just for fun. And actually I'm gonna use the flower to just pull back this section. It's a little trickier to place your flowers when your hair's shorter, but so there we go. This is the front. And there we are. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you enjoyed having a little chat about how short some of those hair diagrams really are, because they're short. And that maybe this might empower one of you guys to go out and get a shorter haircut. Or if you do accidentally get it cut shorter than you expect, see how you can still do those vintage styles. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.